Go.
Hello and cheers to everyone. It's Tennis on Tap, another round of listening to some awesome new tunes from streaming and radio, and just little chit chat with me and Kyle. Hello, producer Kyle. Of course, me, Miss Helen. Thanks for tuning in, and we've got some really cool stuff to talk about. I like your two picks.
Yeah, I like yours too. Do you have any gas left in the tank after all that interviewing we've done today?
Actually, I feel super duper good. I
Oh,
just like that was just like, and we'll get to that, but the interview that we laid down today and that we recorded, it reminds me of why I love doing this podcast. Just touched
mm,
my heart. It took me down memory lane, and it's going to be a great one. We've got, I guess I can go ahead and say, I mean, it's
yep,
like we visited in depth with Daryl Dodd, and not only did we have one episode with Daryl Dodd, but we're going to have two because it went so good. We just kept rolling, and we kept visiting with Daryl Dodd, and it's going to be something that you don't want to miss, and that's going to be coming up in the next couple of weeks.
absolutely. So excited for that one. That one will be out this coming Tuesday, part one.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah. All right, let's jump into some tunes. Do this thing. You want to go or you want me to start it?
I'll go ahead and go.
Cool.
Let's start off with going. I just went out to radio. Our friend Matt Hillyer has a new release. It's called "If I Didn't Have You." It's the first single, radio release single off of his current new album that just came out beginning of the summer, actually in June, Bright Skyline. And this is just such an authentic, like take me back in time kind of song. It's Matt style. Basically the premise of the song, "If I Didn't Have You," it was like down, down, down into the blues, and you came and you threw me a line, and basically you saved me. And there was this just really good lyrics in there, but it's short and sweet, and it just takes you back like to the Buddy Holly days. It kind of takes you back to old dance hall days, just Texas swing in there, just some really authentic kind of sounds that Matt Hillier is so good with producing. A couple another lines that I liked in there. Well, anytime you're speaking of what's in your heart, let me be the one you're talking to. If I didn't have you, I was down, 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 and you saved me. But it's just a whole style, and Matt just delivers on that, and just the instrumentation, and just the composition, and lyrics, and just everything that's just makes it special. Matt Hillier, one of a kind song. You're not going to hear anybody else do anything like that. So it's out to Texas radio, and it's called "If I Didn't Have You."
Yeah. That song's been stuck in my head for about 2 months. Quick little plug, but we had him on Bree's podcast, Only Vans, about a month or two ago. And ever since I put that episode together, that this is the song I chose to end the episode. And oh man, it's so fun. I love that you said Buddy Holly. Obviously, that's a big influence for him, but there's just so much like rock and energy in there, and I love it.
Yes. Yes, yes, there's so much there. All right, so now we're going to open the tap room door for someone very close to me, someone I love. I'm so proud of this single that Bubba Westly just put out. This is out to Texas radio, and it's going in the tap room right now. It's Bubba Westly and Feels So Good. Bubba Wesley's brand new radio release feels so good. And I just want to shout that title because he just comes in so soulful with this voice, and it's just so strong. And of course you just heard the lyrics, just got a chance to listen to it. Ironically enough, this is a song that he recorded on his Small Town Loser album back in 2021. But he went in and did some amazing work, and I think what he's done with this song just shows the growth that he's had in music, and his heart and his soul and his passion. That's just like, just he's just driving right now. And it does come out to streaming, this version, on let's see, August 23rd. And so also a big good luck to Bubba and his wife, because their baby girl is due next month. So he's got a lot of
Wow.
exciting things, brand new radio single out, and then he'll also have his little baby girl coming pretty soon. So we'll be keeping up with that. He's been busy. He did like 3 back to school drives, school supply drives, and his schedule is just loaded. And so, Bubba, we're thinking about you. Be thinking about you with the baby coming, and I'm so excited to see what this song is going to do. I just love how it's just like, when he just sings that song about, I think I'm falling in love. It's just like he just shouts it. It just makes you feel like, oh, what did that feel like when I feel, oh, sorry, fell in love. After a while, you kind of forget the beginnings of when you fall in love. But yeah, I love his groove on it. It's just awesome. So good job, Bubba.
Yep, good stuff. Absolutely. Let's keep the tap room doors open. Mr. William Clark Green just dropped a new one to streaming today. It's called Whole Lot of Lubbock. I just love that even though he's cemented himself as one of, the all-timers in Texas music, he's still writing songs like this. That's the best thing
I
about this for
know.
me.
That's so true.
On top of that, I think this probably will be one of his most memorable songs, maybe one of his most successful hits as well. But man, it's just so good. It's so Texas. It's so full of pride, and it's also just like extremely well written and catchy. There's a line in there that really grabbed me. It said, "Play the Opry, but it didn't feel like home." That's just gonna
Uh-huh.
make
Uh-huh.
those Red Raiders, but also just Texans all around feel something deep
Yeah.
down. So very cool. The third verse, the little breakdown where it gets slow and how it's real visual. I just love how he included that because it's so exact to that moment of his life when he was writing it. Talking about his young child and how there's another one on the way and exactly what's happening. So he'll, as the songwriter, he'll always be able to go back and listen to that and be like, man, that's where I was when I wrote this song. And I just love when people do that. Very cool.
Yes, that is so cool.
Alrighty, and then next up, last but not least, Miss Holly Tucker, who was a previous guest of the show as well, dropped a new one, and it's a fun one. It's called Trailer Parkin'. You can tell just by the name, it's going to be a whole lot of fun, right?
It was so fun.
Yeah. That funky guitar kind of gets it started, and then she sets the mood, kind of sets the scene with her real soulful, powerful voice, and then it just kicks into that catchy chorus and kind of doesn't stop from there. It's just like a train you're on, and it's going and going and going. Um, just all around great song. I think it's going to do super well. I don't know. Did you see if this one's going to radio or not?
I haven't seen. I hope it does because it's just so fun. It even, I mean, it's a fun kind of summer song too. I mean, she covers everything in it: the White Claws, the fireball shots, the umbrella. Let's see, the baby pool is iced down with beer. Yeah, come on down, a couple $100. We got you a square right here, whatever. I mean, it's just like such a fun song, and she's just such a precious anyway, and just beautiful voice, but such just a fun song to sit back and listen to, and try to recreate in your own yard. No matter if you're in the trailer park or not. I mean, like, you don't have to park there. Like, you could just like makes me want to get a baby pool and ice down some beer.
Yeah, it reminded me of Charlie McCabe's song that came out a couple weeks back, In My Head. It's like I'm in that trailer
Yes.
park in my head.
That's so true. So
Oh
true.
man. All right, let's talk about our friends at More Than Music Creations. If you have no idea who they are, I assume it's your first time listening to this podcast, and welcome. More Than Music Creations are our best friends in the world. They're a Texas company founded by a Texas musician and his lovely wife, who is the artiste, Michael and Michaela Kelton. They make hand-made, one-of-a-kind, unique jewelry with recycled guitar strings from your favorite Texas artists. So one of a kind. Like I said, that sums it all up. It's like nothing you've ever seen before. It's affordable. It's handcrafted. It's worth way more than they're selling it for. So head over to morethanmusiccreations.com, check out their stuff, grab some gifts, grab something for yourself. It is awesome.
And you must keep up with the new designs. There's new designs for Bree and Jade Marie that, oh,
Yeah, I
wow.
saw I saw those new bracelets for Brie. They look
Woo-hoo,
sweet.
gorgeous. Have you ever wondered how artists like Treaty Oak Revival, Red Clay Strays, and Aaron Watson maintain the high quality and high demand for their merchandise? CH Lone Star Promo is the answer. Created in Texas to serve Texas artists, and they're currently offering 15% off on all merch orders from musicians. Visit chlonestarpromo.com to get started and tell them Texas Toast sent you.
I was reading the other day that it takes at least $1 million to break an artist. That's a ton of change, and it can feel overwhelming. But with social media leveling the playing field, you just need an effective strategy to release your music. Check out Release Rocket to ensure your single does not die after release day. You've already put time, effort, and tons of money into writing and recording your album. Let the guys at Release Rocket keep your new release alive.
Okay, so we're going to take the time now to see what's popping and topping on the charts. And looking at the Texas country music chart, ironically enough, I was so involved with the prep and stuff with the Daryl Dodd interview, but he, we talked about him releasing the streaming Sunshine or maybe to radio. I don't know. I'm just trying to keep up at this point. Bottom line is Daryl Dodd had the greatest spin increase and was amongst the most added for Sunshine. And also the William Clark Green song, Hawada Lubbock, it's out to radio as well. And it was among the greatest spin increase and the most added as well. So you're getting to listen to that one on radio too. That's a fun one, like we just talked about. Number
Mm.
one this week is Ken Fode with My Kind of Weathered in the Texas Regional Radio Report. Congratulations to our friend Case Harden. He has another number one with Just Drive. And I spoke a little bit about this song when it was released. And he actually had a hand in producing that one. And it's a really good one. So congratulations to Case. And then Kinfo, number one with CD Extraction Texas with My Kind of Weathered. So that's kind of looking at what's at the top of the charts and a few things popping. And it's fun, good stuff.
Moving right along. Yep, absolutely. It's that time of year where everything's kind of coming to a head, and then it'll all get crazy again for the fall, and then we start it all over.
Yes, that's exactly right. And we're just right smack dab in the middle of back to school. And I think I'm getting some of my energy back because back to school is here, Labor Day is next, and then it'll be my vacation time where I
Mm,
get to go on vacation. Oh,
yeah.
yeah. I'm making some plans, checking that list
Hmm.
off. It's going to be nice. Yeah.
Absolutely. And there are a few other songs I wanted to talk about. Thanks to our friends at More Than Music. Thanks to our friends at Smith Music for sending over their releases every single week, showing us all kinds of new and familiar songs and releases. Paige Plaisance and Larissa Boyd both put out songs this week. I also put out a new song this week, and it's a big one for me. I didn't want to make this all
Yes.
about me, but
But
this song
we
is.
want to talk about that. We want to talk about it. It's beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, this was a tough one. It was a song I wrote a couple years ago, and it was actually before. I don't talk about the topic very much, but it is important. I quit drinking about a year ago. I don't know the exact date. For all the right reasons. Lots of alcoholism in the family as well. Historically. So I was one of those guys who just could go multiple days, weeks, months, whatever, without drinking. And so I was like, oh, I'm not, it's not a problem. I'm fine. But if I started drinking, I couldn't stop drinking. And so that's kind of what this song's about. There's a love twist on the story, of course, because, it's a barroom song, neon lights and all that good stuff. But yeah, I'm just proud of myself for this song. It took a lot to write, addressing the topic to begin with, but also hitting all those things about just kind of accepting that it's not for me. Some people can hang, some people cannot, and I am one of those people who just could not.
Yeah, good for you. I'm so proud of you. Now tell me about the instruments in there, because I know it's real acousticy, and then all of a
Yeah,
sudden, like these strings come in. It's just beautiful.
yeah, that was an interesting song. That was the last one that we recorded out of this batch. And so basically, what we did was Tim just set up two mics, like one on my voice and one on the acoustic guitar, and we tracked it live. So all the guitar and voice that you hear is just one full take. Um, then we kind of just got creative, like on the rest of the record. But he tracked some bass using this like funky foot pedal thing that he has, and then we got this little. It was like a I don't know. It was weird. It was like one of those little tools that you think come from the future, but it also seems like it could have been from like 1,000 years ago. It's this little like touchpad thing, but it made sound. So it was like a synth kind of. And we were just making these crazy little noises. And then forgive me, I can't remember her name, but a friend of his up in Nashville cut like a ton of strings. So all the strings you're hearing are live and real.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So she did. There's like a couple different violin layers. There's a cello and probably some other stuff in there too. So yeah, it's very like ethereal and just it's like a whole vibe. That song came out really really cool. I'm proud of it.
Yes, you should be very proud of it, especially hearing the story behind it and then how it was composed. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, it's gorgeous. Good job.
Thank you,
Congratulations on that.
thank you so much. All right, switching gears. What cool shows are coming up? We haven't talked about shows in a
Huh.
while. Anything on your radar?
Oh my gosh, I have
Oh,
a whole
hey,
bunch on my radar.
Greek Bros this weekend, right?
Who's at Greeks?
Is that Hayden Haddock just told us, right? Isn't it him
Oh
and
no,
Peyton?
they're gonna be at the lagoon. The lagoon are they're gonna be at the lagoon. There is a venue. Oh, forgive me for not knowing it. It's the RV park with the lagoon, and a lot of Texas artists play there. I feel
Okay.
like this should be like this is like a game show. Like think you can ding in and tell me the name of it.
Remember the names. Yeah.
Yeah, El Campo. But yeah, I'm sorry. I wasn't prepared. I haven't prepared. I've just had
No,
such
it's
a
okay.
week.
Yeah, it's
But
been crazy over there.
yeah, I know whose schedule I've been looking at because my dream is to go see Cody Jinks.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
Is he
and
coming down
the
there?
thing is, no, he's got that big tour going on that he's got some really great support going along with him. One of
Hmm.
our guests that we're still trying to get rescheduled, but like in the first part of December, like he's playing in Vegas and like
That's a vacay.
maybe, yeah, that would
Hey,
be kind of
hey.
fun. But yeah, like I'm just so like into like I just really want to go to Cody Jinks show. So okay, y'all, that's it for me. Let's
Yeah.
see what else this week. What else? I know that
Well,
when we get through with this, I'm gonna be like, oh, dang it, I forgot.
of course. Well, that's a good segue, though, talking about Cody Jinks. That brings us back to our interview that we just got done wrapping up. We talked to Daryl Dodd, Texas legend, Nashville legend. I mean, he's done it all. I honestly, I've known of Daryl for a long time. Obviously, you're a lot more familiar with him, but I had no idea that he did all of that stuff. Like his story is crazy. I think I'm literally just gonna, how I normally name the episode like guest name and then like kind of a topic or a theme. I'm just gonna call it the Daryl Todd story because that's like kind of corny, but I
Yes,
like it
it's
because
so
it's literally
awesome.
just his whole entire story from start to finish, and every little piece of it was like wild. I was like
Yeah.
tripping listening to
And
it.
and the thing is, and he's such a humble person, and he just I don't know, he's just put out so many great albums and great music and such a great live entertainer and just such a great friend to people. And
Yeah,
there's just so many different aspects of the Texas country music industry that he didn't talk a lot about some of the stuff that he's doing, but he's touching so many artists in just really positive ways. Like he's just
right.
kind of like sprinkling himself amongst everyone, but great stories, just really just shares from the heart, tells things that a lot of people didn't know. So you're
Yeah, I
gonna have
mean
to
that Cody Jinks story where he was playing
yeah,
at or hanging out at the White Elephant, like what
the,
probably early two or maybe 10, 12 years ago, I think he said, but like
yeah.
Cody Jinks, long hair, no beard, bartending, just what? Crazy.
I
So you
know,
guys,
I know.
you got to check that episode out. It's going to be, I think that's going to do really well and people are going to love that. So I'm excited.
Me too.
Okay, well, um, it seems like you're in a good place, so maybe we'll wrap this thing up and let you go enjoy the rest of your day since you don't have a whole crazy, or maybe you do. You got a crazy workload this
Oh,
evening.
of course, I always do. I have a list
Uh,
this long, but today was podcast day, so yeah, that's fine. But yeah, it was such a great day, and yeah, so everybody's um have a safe weekend and go out to a show, listen to some Texas country, listen to some Texas Toast podcast and learn something, and we're gonna keep grinding like we always
yeah.
do.
We'll see you guys on Tuesday for Daryl Dad.
Awesome. Yes, it's gonna be awesome. Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.